What is up, YouTube? How are we doing? It's been a minute. How did you start these videos anymore? I've been watching some of the videos over the past couple of weeks. It feels weird, but more natural. So today, in the first video back, I've got a little note to remember what I'm recording because this has been a minute. It's going to be really rusty. I spent the last 3-4 days just clearing up my account, getting rid of any old videos. I've left one, which is a day in the life of when I did my last prep, which is when I did have hair, and the second video was actually when I last competed. So if any of you bodybuilders out there want to see one punch Naz, see if I can piggyback off some of Naz's fame. If you want to see a smaller version of one of the best bodybuilders in the world right now, go get that video watch and you see Naz in the flesh. He should be 20, 21 years old there, I think, so I'm pretty sure Naz is the same age as me. On the other side of me is Mr. Joshua T, the IFBB Pro. You've got Niall Darwin, top 5 Olympian, and you've got Mitch. I need to step my game up. It's absolutely surreal. I just went down a rabbit hole, seeing all the videos and stuff like that. But yeah, so the video's all cleared up now. YouTube banner's finally done. That took the absolute piss to do because the aspect ratios. If anybody has made their own YouTube banner, you will know how much of a fucking ball ache it is. So today, what we have got is we've got full day of eating, we've got pull session. I'm going to take you through a little football. I might get some of the lads on the camera, to be fair. The real reason I started YouTube, this channel is just raw, uncut bullshit, basically. Because I was feeling like feeling like Instagram was really polished, and not that it was the same content, but it was feeling like it was just on repeat. I feel like I was in like a really good spot with posting it, but I was just getting, it was just scheduling another piece of content. I don't even know what the word is for it. I was just getting content with the content. So yeah, I felt like, you know what, let's just add something, let's put a YouTube on there. It's not really for educational purposes as such. There probably is going to be educational content, but it's just, to be honest, for something else for me to do. And yeah, maybe put out some bits and pieces behind the scenes. So you might get some value from these videos, you might not. But the YouTube channel is, I'm going to try and keep it raw without the polished edits, bits and pieces of just chatting shit to the camera. So that's already 4.5 minutes long, so this is probably going to be a bit of like a bodge job. Editing is probably going to be shit. The camera should be set in one place and I'm just going to chat shit to it. So yeah, just got full day of eating, pool session, football landscape. Currently 5:45, so we are literally just come down for a drink. Mrs. leaves for work at 8. Come down for a drink, do maybe sort of like an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of check-ins, and then come back down. I'll have breakfast when she goes, so I can show you what the breakfast is and take you through the day. So, meal one going down. Mrs. has now left work, done a few hours of check-ins, show you the meal, do some more check-ins, show you the next meal, probably try some shit at some point. First meal, we are going to go through, making sure I haven't not missed anything. As I say, this is my first time unscripted, but there's probably going to be more mum jokes in this one. So we've got 85 grams of granola, 50 grams of 85% dark chocolate, 75 grams of whey, and an apple. Why did that sound so weird then? So yeah, that's exactly what I've got. I use almond milk just because I can't be asked really wasting calories on milk. I'm not a massive fan of milk anyway. Tastes gross. Don't know what it is. Love ice cream. I hate milk. So yeah, that is pretty much meal one. So we're going to go crack on with some more check-ins and I'll catch up with you for meal 2, I think. I'm not even too sure. I might not. Good morning. How are things, kid? How are fucking things? Right, kid, hope you're keeping well, son. Just have a run through check-in now, mate. I do want to go back and forth on this one just to make sure I've got your schedule right. Check-in in itself, Sam, with this. Recovery, to be fair, kid, for me, mate, 7 out of 10, he's still good. He's still really fucking good. Not too worried about that. Since Thursday, from what you've put, kid, there's been nothing here. I've been like, he needs to pull his finger at it. So, for me, I'm not too bothered. Fatigue, when we train the way we do, mate, like, it's going to happen regardless. So, it is just a case of managing it, making sure we are moving in the right direction. We're still down, mate, close to 5 pounds as an average. Right, so close to 5 pounds, but even as an average, fuck me, it's still a lot of weight. Let's make sure we've got the weekly plan on the same page, and then let's go from there, Shane. I decided to get the road mics out for this meal because I'm here I want to make sure you can still hear me, so if you're just staring at my ass, then you can still hear what I'm saying. If they don't work, go to a different channel. Okay, please stay. Meal 2, chicken, rice and veg. Very unorthodox for a bodybuilder, but we move. This is something I got off Instagram at ages and ages and ages ago now. Maybe 7-8 months, maybe even longer than that, to be fair. I've had it in since then. Chicken sushi bowl, chicken, rice, cucumbers, carrots, sriracha mayo, soy sauce, we've got teriyaki sauce, and we've got lighter than light mayo. I'll put the macros on the screen if I remember, and I can be arsed because the edit is going to take the piss. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. I haven't got the right pan. So yeah, that's pretty much the game plan for this meal. Quickly in and out, because I need to wash the pan, so I'll leave it there. I'm going to go through a couple little goals and bits later on in the next snippet, so I'll catch up with that and we'll chat and get close and personal and talk about different stuff and maybe mum jokes. If you got any, put them in the comments. So we've got 90 grams of rice, 25 grams of teriyaki sauce, light mayo, sriracha mayo, soy sauce, 50 grams cucumber, 50 grams of carrots, chicken, I can't think about how much, 100 gramos of grapes. That's meal 2 before I forget. Let me know as well if the mic makes a difference. On the video before that you've seen at the start of the video, is the audio any different now? The mics just piss me off. They're flapping in your face, and if you like this, it sounds muffled. When you're doing like ASMR and shit, and when people like this and they start whispering into the mic, it sounds weird, you know what I mean? Let me know. That is check-ins done. Did a few bits and pieces, and so yeah, time is now 12:30. We are just about to go and get meal 2 in. I wanted to talk about goals, really. So like what's the plan moving forwards? Obviously we spoke about sort of why we're starting YouTube up again. I'm quite content with Instagram, social media as a whole. Probably limiting myself with that. Who gives a fuck? It's nice to have multiple platforms. I'm on TikTok, sort of here and there. Again, not really my bag. I can find myself doom scroll on TikTok really, really easily, so try not to go on it. Just post when I can remember, to be honest. Again, complete raw and uncut honesty. So yeah, the YouTube side of things, I feel like it's just more of like an uncut version of just me trying shit. TikTok and Instagram are like sort of polished reels and edits and cuts and stuff. YouTube, I feel like you can be a bit more like a normal guy. Not that I am, a man can dream. Goals for 2026 really. We've got a fair few team events. I'm thinking of doing like every quarter or maybe even every 2 months team events, like going out for hikes and coffees, going out for like go-karting, paintballing. I've actually got ideas here that I've actually wrote down. The team don't even know about this, to be fair. But at the minute, if you've got any more ideas, if there's any clients watching this, feel free to let me know. I've got 4 main options. Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to be an influencer. Hikes and coffees. Got a go-karting and a meal, paintballing and coffees, because I can't imagine people want to go out for a meal after getting shot in the neck with a paintball. Paintball and coffee, and then sauna and cold plunge. Never actually done the cold plunge. I've done it at home, sat in a bath, butt naked, dick looking like a nipple, because it's so cold. But yeah, I feel like they're pretty good. Just trying to come up with more ideas, different versatile ideas that people of all enjoyments can jump in on and connect. Because I feel like the gym community, we all stay in our own lane. It's weird. I don't know why that happens, because everyone's doing the same thing. If you look at football, they're all a team. If you look at boxers, they've got a team around them. They've got the clubs. Whereas people that train are just one person. Trying to build them together is going to be so much better. So yeah, that should be good. That's going to be every 2-3 months. Got 2 shoots planned, 1 June, 1 October, which I'm starting the cut for in a couple of weeks, like 2-3 weeks maybe. So I'll be documenting that. Still shows in the back of my mind, but not a priority, but it is still there saying, fucking do it. Got some trend. Take it. No, that's that story for a different time. Yeah, I say it's not a huge focus. 5k runs last week, which caused my burnout. I did a 5k run in just over 30 minutes 50 seconds. I was absolutely fucked, and I think that's what topped me over. It just did a number on me. So yeah, gonna see if I can try and essentially increase my running time. Just try and at least get it within 6 months. So by June, try and get it to sub 25. If I get to that comfortably, I want to try sub 20, but I know that is heavily unrealistic. It's just, I like OCD numbers, 30, 25, 20. Yeah, I'm going to get a sub 5k in sub 23 minutes. To me, that sounds stupid. To runners listening to this, you're probably thinking, shut the fuck up. But, you know what I mean. So yeah. And then football, still do Monday nights football with a few lads from school. One of them said, fancy 6-side, started it up, and it's nice to have that normality where, like, it's not gym training, it's not
like food, it's not fitness, it's just a laugh, basically. Some take it very seriously. It's nice to catch up with some of the lads that I've sort of grown up with, some of the lads that I've used to spend Monday to Friday with in high school every week, to then not seeing them for like a year at a time, you know. So yeah, that's always nice. This is the office space. Keep getting asked about this office space, to be fair. Obviously, as you can see in the background, the wall is black, like paneling, but the room is pretty bare. My gear's behind the camera, loads of it. It's there for a reason, and it sounds cringy saying that, but it's here for like focus. Like, there's nothing distracting me. The walls are black, the curtains are blackout curtains. There's nothing here that I'm like, oh shit, I need to do this and this. It's just for work purposes. When I'm in the office, I'm not distracted, but the walls are black, the ceilings are black. There's just no distractions. I can come in and focus on what it is that I'm trying to do. So it is there for a reason, it is there for purpose. We're going to get a whiteboard on that wall. Ideally, I want a small shelf across there that just, I'm hoping to put books on there right now. I have one book I'm sifting through, Influence by Robert Cialdini. If anybody's read it, let me know how the ending goes. So hopefully, as I start getting into book readings and novels, and might rate 50 Shades of Grey, don't know. Yeah, you're just going to see it in the background of my videos. So that's pretty much the ethos. Let's show you meal 3, which is basically the same as meal 2, but I'm going to show it you again anyway, just because I can. And yeah, we've got a pull session for later, and then meal 4, and then football. Wrap up of the day. In a bit. Meal 3, another chicken and rice meal. Sounds boring, but don't want to give a shit. Do a little bit. I care what some people think about me. But yeah, so essentially, that's probably going to fuck the mic sound up, isn't it, bitch? Don't do that. The reason why I've got meal 2 and meal 3 the same is just through simplicity. I don't want to interrupt workflow. I don't want to have to think about what I'm eating. I just want to make it. I just want to eat it. I want to crack on with whatever I'm doing. So before you judge me, know that, basically. I've got chicken, nuggets rice. I don't even know what brand this is. I get a big 5 kilo bag of jasmine rice. It lasts ages. It's weird because it's like knitted together at the top. So you've got to like literally de-knit it to even get into the bag. It's mad. Never actually seen rice like this before, but hey ho. So yes, we've got chicken, rice, olive oil, strawberries in this meal, I think, off the top of my head. And yes, we're going to eat it. We're going to wait about an hour before we leave. I train in Liverpool, shout out Northwest Macca, just because training locally, as much as I like chatting to people, when I'm in the gym, I want to just train. Doing that locally when you've grown up in the same area can get tricky. I train somewhere else where I might know a handful of people. I can go in, train, do what I need to do. These go on, and then train, get massive. So yeah, that's the game plan. I'm going to record some piece at the gym, so I'll maybe do a voiceover when I get back. My office in the safety of there, and then yeah, go from there really. And yeah, so I'm on pull today, so we're going to walk you through that session. I'm going to record as much as I can, and then we've got football later on. Probably not going to take my camera in case somebody boots a ball at it. I'm going to leave the camera at home. It might take a little bit of me doing kick-ups, that's about it, to be honest. So I thought I'd do it this way as it's a bit easier to show you a few bits and pieces from the session with a few form tips along the way. So first up is the straight arm lat pull down. Ideally, all I really think about here right, is just pushing blood into the lats as much as fucking possible. So as I'm rowing in, as I'm pulling and whatever, you'll see I drive my elbows as deep into my hips as possible. All right, imagine like you've got skiing or hiking poles and you're stabbing and dragging them across the floor. Initiate all of this from the shoulder and from the elbow. So next up we've got single arm plate loaded row. Similar rules where I'm just trying to drag my elbow deep into my hip. Alright, slight crunch down to that same side laterally, side to side, and then from there really just letting that shoulder blade take lead as soon as I pull and as soon as I release. Then leading on to an upper back bias row where the main focus here is just to keep the elbows nice and high, alright, and drive the elbows back hard against that top line. Now, big one for a lot of lads out there, as a solid rule of thumb, don't let the elbows travel past the shoulders when rowing. Just saves the rear delts. Then to finish the actual back part of the session, we've got your good old lat pull down. Now, looking back, I should have actually gone slightly wider here, by which all of the reasons why we take videos from if you're a beginner or if you've been training for 10 years. This felt fine hitting it. Looking at it, I could have definitely gone a step further and increased the grip width, just to take some tension or some pressure off the biceps basically. Now, elbows lead slightly to the front here, just to take some work off the rear delts. The bar drags down to the upper chest again, and again, elbows drag down towards the hips.
Alright, chest angled slightly upwards so there's no rounding of the shoulders, and get fucking massive. Now, as anyone who follows my Instagram or TikTok knows, I hit my calves a lot, and so here they are, basically. Now, I hit them after back and before biceps, as I like to hit my biceps just a bit of a break before hitting them, essentially. It just means maybe one more, but it works great for me, and I'm okay with that, so fuck you all, you know? So on calves, always think about toes up and then over. Long pause in the bottom of the stretch, and then what I call a pulse contraction up at the top of the rep, which you'll see me do now. Next, moving on to some good old hammer preacher curls. Now, big thing I will preach here is dragging from the wrist. Okay, don't curl your palm back, but instead imagine like you're getting your watch to touch your shoulder. Very, very simple, but it's often absolutely butchered. You want to just push the armpit and elbow down hard into the pad so you can stay locked in. And last on the list is cable curls. Now, Big Nate's got a new bit of kit here, and can't lie, I fucking love it. I don't know if you can see from the video, but it's got small little pads on it that sits on your wrist, so it basically feels like a cuffed curl. It's crazy. Alright, now cues are simple here, right? Keep the elbow pinned for 90% of the range of motion and just give it that little bit of an extra push on your way up, and move from the elbow joint. Alright, move the forearm around the elbow joint. Same rules apply with the watch to the shoulder, and essentially try and put pressure through the ball of your hands rather than the actual main palm or even the fingers. It just takes some stress off the forearms, that's all.
So we are in for meal 4. As soon as I came back, the missus was about to go for a walk, so we joined her. Didn't realise how cold it was. My dick looks like a nipple right now. It is Baltic. So, what we're going to be doing, meal 4, typical bodybuilder, rice cakes and jam. That is section 1. And then we've got sourdough with chicken in sriracha mayo and soy sauce. I put my shake in the fridge before and I forgot about it. The one I mentioned that I was having in the morning. I've got football tonight and it's a late game. Game starts is like 9:30 kickoff. So it's half an hour game. So I'm actually going to save that until post football, just so I've got something in me to go to bed with. Yeah, that's pretty much meal 4. And that, ladies and gents, is how you do not play football. We played a team from the league above. There's 2 leagues. We played bottom. This team that came down obviously played above us, and they were little whippets, mate. Bearing in mind, I'm like 102 kilos right now. I'm not very fast. You don't realise you're old until you start playing again. Luckily, one of the lads, Mrs. Cousins, plays in the league above us. So him and 2 of his mates came down, played for us, and it ended up being 2-2. So it wasn't too bad. After the burnout last week, my knees were fresh, so I thought I'm just going to cap it. Played 10 minutes, came off at 5, played another 15 minutes. Games are half an hour, so it wasn't too bad. Knees are tender now, got my compression sleeves on because I'm getting old, on the wrong side of my 20s. And so yeah, that's pretty much how it went. It was absolutely Baltic. Always have a good laugh with the lads anyway. But yeah, listen, let me know in the comments if you like the video. If you have any ideas for any videos you might want to see. Don't really know what I've got planned. I've got a couple of ideas, but getting inspiration from other creators. If you've got any ideas of stuff you want to see, let me know. Don't forget, because this is now YouTube, that you need to like and that you need to subscribe.